Ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute before we start, for those who already joined, I would appreciate if you can just write a short message or a plus in the chat just to make sure that you can see me well, you can hear me well, that everything is fine. And after that, in a couple of minutes, we will start the webinar itself. Okay, so welcome to today's webinar on creating your aligner brand. My name is Konstantin, and I'm here to guide you through the process of building a successful and profitable brand in the dental aligner market. In today's fast-paced and highly competitive world, having a strong brand is more important than ever. In the dental aligner market, there is a growing demand for customizable and affordable treatment options. And now is the perfect time to capitalize on this trend. Whether you're a dentist, orthodontist, or a dental lab technician, this webinar will provide you with knowledge and tools you need to create and grow your own aligner brand. We will cover everything from treatment planning to manufacturing, marketing, sales, so you can be confident in your ability to bring your vision to life. Let's talk about the de.exceed workflow, simple and user-friendly. At de.exceed, we make the process of creating your own aligners brand simple and user-friendly. Our workflow is designed to streamline every step of the process, ensuring that you get the results you need. Here is the look at the de.exceed overflow. First of all, upload the records. Simply upload the patient records, including images, impressions, and X-ray, to our secure platform. Second of all, virtual setup creation. Using our software, we create a virtual setup for the aligner movements, so you and your patients can review the treatment plan on any device. The third stage is approval. You have the option to approve the virtual setup or ask for any necessary corrections. After the approval, here comes the file generation. Once the virtual setup is approved, we will generate the necessary files for your 3D printer. And the last one is aligner production. You can use those files to produce the aligners and start providing your patients with a top quality care. We also provide all necessary guides, videos, and support to help you through the aligner production process. It's that simple. With de.exceed workflow, you can focus on providing your patients with the best care possible, while we handle the rest. Let's talk about the reasons to start your own aligner brand. Starting your brand can be a profitable and rewarding venture. Here are just a few of the many reasons why. First of all, aligner treatment provides a high margin revenue stream for your practice or a dental lab. With low startup costs and no special knowledge required, starting your own aligner brand is a cost-effective way to grow your business, and your own aligner brand can easily be integrated in your existing dental businesses, allowing you to offer a full range of services to your patients and the customers. The massive promotion by international aligner companies has made aligner treatment a popular and well-known option for the patients. By starting your own aligner brand, you have the opportunity to take advantage of this and other benefits, helping you grow your business and provide the best care possible for your patients. Recommended equipment and consumables. To create your own aligner brand, you will need the right equipment. Here is the brief list of what you will need. First of all, you will need a high-quality 3D printer to print the models. You also will need the digital scanner for creating accurate digital impressions of your patient's teeth. They can originate from intra-oral electronic scans or even traditional dental impressions. You will also need the vacuum former, which is necessary for producing the aligners using the clear thermoplastic sheets. And you will need the micromotor to cut it and to polish it, if you produce your aligners manually. You can also produce your aligners using the automated solutions, but we will talk about it a little bit later. Last but not least, you will need the management system, which is necessary to manage the cases you have in your pipeline. By investing in the right equipment, you can ensure that you have the tools you need to produce high-quality aligners and provide the best care possible for your patients. Intra-oral scanners. On the slide, you can see the list of the intra-oral scanners. They are needed for creating accurate digital impressions of your patient's teeth. You have the options of using either the like said, intra-oral scanner or traditional silicone dental impressions. We use silicone A for our own, according to our experience. Here's the list of the intraoral scanners, like I said, that we have tested for our own productions. With the most of these scanners, de.exceed has a direct connection, meaning we can receive the scans directly from the server. This saves time and ensures that the scans are of the highest quality possible. If some of your customers do not have access to intraoral scanners, they can use silicone dental impressions instead. In this case, you will need a place to create the stone models or the gips model, plaster models, and then access to the desktop scanners to digitize the impressions, the models, to create accurate digital records. Again, basing on our experience, for our own needs, we have bought the Medit i500, which is, according to my point of view, is the best price-quality ratio. But you are free to choose your own option basing on your needs. Choosing the right scanning method is an important decision that will impact the accuracy and success of your aligner treatments. We recommend considering the features and benefits of both options as you make your choice. Moving forward, 3D printers. For producing your aligners, you will need a reliable and efficient 3D printer. Here is the list of the printers that we again tested for our own production, along with estimated monthly volumes for each model. Few of our production partners have recently switched to Unislash, and we have been impressed with its speed and accuracy. However, the best printer for you will depend on specific needs and budget. So when choosing a 3D printer, consider factors such as build volume, speed, precision, and ease of use. It is also important to select a printer that is compatible with the materials you plan to use for your aligners. We are at de.exceed happy to provide you recommendations, support as you make this important decision. Again, all these printers are great. We are particularly happy with the Unislash, but your choice. The lab equipment. The lab equipment you need actually to produce aligners when you already printed the models. So vacuum former, it's an essential piece of the equipment. And on this slide, we have listed some of the regular dental lab vacuum formers that we are using in our own production, that our partners use that. And these machines are easy to use, they're reliable, they're affordable. For example, the new Biostar from Shoy Dental costs around 3,300 euros. But if you plan to scale up your production in the future, you may want to consider upgrading to a more advanced vacuum former, such as, for example, the VAC Format V9 by the German company Dreve. These machines are designed for to vacuum form multiple models at the same time, so you can save time and increase your efficiency. When choosing a vacuum former, consider such factors as size of the formable area, temperature range, pressure control, and of course, ease of use. You should also look for the machine that is compatible with the materials you plan to use for your aligners. We will talk about the materials a little bit later, but generally speaking, you just need to make sure that the diameter of your machine is compatible with the aligner sheets, these circle sheets that you buy for the production. They can be square, they can be circle, and when buying, like for example, if you have a source of the affordable aligner material, just make sure that the equipment that you're gonna buy is compatible with the material that you're gonna use. Also in the lab equipment, we have micromotor, so you can cut and polish the aligners, but they're pretty, common. We use Marathon, for example. This is the machine that we use. Okay, let's talk about the aligner sheets. When producing aligner sheets, the materials you choose is just important as the equipment you use. On this slide, you will see a list of recommended aligner materials that are suitable for vacuum forming. Right now, nowadays, there are two main types of aligner materials. One layer, or PTEG, and multi-layer, the PTU. PTEG is a single layer material that you can compare. The formula is pretty similar to the plastic bottles that we use in our everyday life. I have to say that before the PTU material was introduced to the market, a lot of producers, including our partners, were using aligner, the PTEG, and it was just as good. So you don't have to worry that it's not going to work. But PTU is more modern, it's more expensive, but it's more flexible and retains the position longer. We at de.exceed recommend using CA Pro by Scheudenthal, and this material has been tested and proven to produce the high-quality aligners that are comfortable for the patients and durable enough to withstand every wear and, again, retain the position longer, which is important in the orthodontic treatment. For more information about aligner materials, we invite you to watch the webinar that we did with Dr. Fabian Karbach, the leading chemist of the Scheudenthal. And this informative video is available on our YouTube channel, and it will provide you with valuable insights into the science behind the aligner materials and how to choose the right one for your aligner business. So, having said that, let's talk about the de.exceed customer portal. In order to manage your production, you will need a customer portal for your clinicians and the case management system. Both of those systems are available as the part of our de.exceed premium package. For example, on the screen, you can see the de.exceed customer portal, which is used by doctors to upload the diagnostic materials. As you can see on the screen, we need intra-oral pictures, the frontal picture, we need the digital models, and we also need the X-ray, along with the treatment plan or the treatment objectives of what needs to be done. Those materials are essential, and they can be uploaded conveniently using de.exceed customer portal. This portal can be branded with your name, your logo, and allow the professional look for your brand. It also allows the easy and convenient communication between the doctor and production team, freeing up the valuable time and allowing you to focus on the production and distribution. So with the private label business model, the de.exceed involvement is completely camouflaged. So it will allow you to control, to have a control over the customer experience and have seamless integration with your existing businesses. So you don't have to develop a system for your case management. You don't have to develop the customer portal. We already have that for you. So all you need is to add the logo, the domain name, and you can start using it. This screen cap shows the de.exceed lab account, which is essential for the case management. So when you have more than, let's say, 50 cases in production per month, it is crucial to have a system like that. So you can see every case and the stage this case is currently on. So whether it needs to be produced, whether it needs to be planned first, whether it needs to be approved by the doctor or the patient, or the supervisor orthodontist on our side. And then when it's approved, then it needs to be produced. You can have different roles for different employees, for example, access rights for your production team, for your accountants, for your sales managers. So this system is very, very handy if you want to scale up your production. And again, we have it as the part of the lab account, as part of the premium package. So before we go to the economic part of the presentation, financial part of the presentation, let's talk briefly about the production automation. When reaching high volumes, it makes sense to automate your production. And by implementing the tactics in the screen that you can see on the screen, you can increase efficiency and reduce labor costs while maintaining the high quality of the final product. Let's watch a couple of videos. So I'm talking about the automated trimming, basically machines that will trim your aligners automatically. The laser engraving allows to put the logo. We will see it right away. And automated polishing allows you to polish your aligners, again, using the machine instead of using the micromotor with the polishing brush. So, first of all, let's take a look at the first video. This is the system that we have to brand your aligners, to put the logos on the aligners, using the data matrix that is printed with the model, and quite simple equipment like the camera and the laser that scanning the data from the data matrix can put actually the step number. The most important is to mark your aligner with the case ID and the step number, because aligners, they look pretty the same. For example, if you have steps 6 and 7, you will not see the difference between them. So therefore, you need like a logo, you need the step number and the case ID to make sure that you put right aligner in the right aligner bag. And as you can see, you can use both data matrix, which is printed by the printer, or the barcodes, so depending on the technology that you want to use. And this is how it looks at the end. So the process is the following. First of all, you mark your aligners, and then you automatically trim them. So this is the machine, like an automated trimming machine, which also allows you to automatically trim your aligners. So you can see the main features here on the screen. And all you need is actually to put the printed model with the vacuum-formed aligner on it. So you can have it like 1 minute per aligner with a very nice quality. And so you put it on the machine. And then the next step is to put the milling coordinates. So the hardware can understand when and where it actually needs to make a cut. So you can see that it's being cut. And then at the end, you will have the automatically trimmed aligner. So automatic trimming can be a great way to increase efficiency, reduce costs, and eliminate the need for the manual trimming and make like high quality precision cutting line. Looks very neat to me. Okay, before we go to the production cost, I just wanted to emphasize that we, as the treatment planning provider, when we generate the files, we also generate the files for the laser engraving system and also the files, the access coordinate for the milling machines. So not every treatment planning provider can do that. We do that because we are deeply involved in the production process as well. We work very, very close with our production partners, and we receive a lot of feedback, both clinical one and the production. So we can implement the know-hows, and when you produce more than 10,000 pieces per month, you have to consider the automated production. So, having said that, let's talk about the production costs. It is important to keep in mind that the production costs can vary based on the materials and equipment used, as well as the size and the complexity of the cases being treated. So it's always a good idea to carefully consider the costs involved and make sure that the margins are high enough to ensure profitability of your business. On the slide, you can see the rough calculation of the production cost per aligner, including the cost for the materials and labor. The exact costs may vary depending on the specific circumstances, such as the type of the materials, equipment, the efficiency of the production process, whether you use the manual trimming or automated trimming, how many aligners per month you actually produce. The more you produce, the lower the costs are per aligner. However, this calculation provides a general idea of what to expect in terms of cost when producing aligners. So let's break it down. So aligner foil, we are talking about the multi-layer aligner foil, such as already mentioned CA Pro by Schoendenthal. They cost about €3 per piece. Then in order to print a model, it costs about €1 per model. But again, if you are using, for example, filament printer instead of the resin printers, you can even have it for 50 cents per model. So they could be really cheap. But we will say, like, for the sake of the simplicity, that it costs about €1. And considering that you have a dental technician that you pay around €15 per hour, and this technician produces about 5 aligners per hour, that will show us the €3 per aligner in terms of the labor costs. So in total, that would be €7 per aligner. But again, it may vary from country to country, from market to market. And again, you can use the multi-layer, you can use the single layer. It's really up to you. So keeping that in mind, moving to the possible margins. The margins that are shown on the screen show the difference between the production costs combined with de.exceed planning fees and the approximate retail price of the aligner cases of different complexity. To get a more accurate idea of what margins can be achieved in your specific situation, it might be helpful to speak with the business consultant or a financial advisor who has experience in orthodontic industry in your particular country. This is very important. But let's take a look at the screen for a moment. So as you remember, we have about €7 per aligner production costs. And normally we have about 40 aligners in the case. So it could be 20-20 for each arch, or it could be 30-10. But approximate, the approximate number is about 40 aligners per case. Therefore, 280 production costs. 280 euros for the production, or dollars if you're in the United States. And then as the premium partner, you get a better pricing. So we charge 170 euros for the planning, as the planning fee, with 2 refinements included, important to mention, which combined would give us the number of 350 euros as the costs that you will need to give away in order to produce a case with 40 aligners. The retail price at the nowadays market is about 1,300 euros. Again, it could be a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on the market, city, provider, and everything. But this is the normal price for such case. So having said that, we see at the bottom that the margin would be the difference between the costs and the retail price would be about 950 for one case. And then if you produce 5 cases per month, you will have 4,250. And the more you produce, the better margin you have, of course. So if you produce 50 cases per month, you have about 42,500 euros of margin, and when we consider the direct costs. In this video, we're not going to be touching the indirect costs, such as legal costs, the medical regulations and everything. We will talk only about the production and a little bit about the marketing and brand, identity. So with that covered, moving to the next important part of this presentation, the brand identity. So, it is important to understand your target audience when creating a brand identity for your aligner production. Different audiences may require different marketing and branding strategies. For example, a marketing campaign for dentists may be different from the one that targeted at the orthodontists. For the dentist, it is more important to talk about the ease of use. It is more important to talk about the chair side. You can mention the help of the aligner therapy in terms of the another therapies. For example, you can say that when you do the implantation, sometimes you don't have enough space to insert an implant. Therefore, an orthodontic treatment may be helpful. You can move it, the teeth a little bit, and make the space for the implant and for the crown. So this is one type of the message. When you talk with the orthodontist, when you approach the orthodontist, the message should be slightly different. It has to talk about more about the bite correction, the joints, also the complex cases, second class, third class, using the elastics, for example, auxiliary techniques, everything that is a little bit more specific than maybe the message for the general practitioners. And of course, if you have a D2C brand, the message is completely different. So you will be speaking more about the smile, aesthetic presence, better life. So it's just completely different crowd and completely different message. For example, if you choose the low-cost option, such as selling aligners per piece, which is maybe more suitable for small labs, you will talk more about financial benefits of such business model. This is how, for example, we provide the aligners for our European customers. So we say that they can produce the aligners in office using the de.exceed files generated after the treatment planning. But if they, for example, don't have time or don't have the person at the moment or the equipment, they can also order the aligners from us and pay per aligner. So in that sense, the aligners are becoming more affordable. But of course, there are some pros and cons. For example, when you order the aligner per piece, you don't have the refinement included, which also can be in the turn the pro, because you don't have to pay for the refinement every time. You pay only when you need the refinement. So as you can see, the message for such business model also differs from the ones that are being like for the companies that sell aligners per cases. And the OEM production is also quite different approach. When you actually don't have the brand per se, you produce the aligners in terms of the mass production, so to say, for those companies who do the marketing, distribution, sales, and everything. So different crowds, different approach, different message. The key is to understand the needs and the preferences of your target audience and create a brand identity that appeals to them. When creating a marketing strategy, it is important to consider your existing customer base and the possible target audiences. You can use various methods to reach your customers, such as approaching your customer base, existing customer base, or you can use the printed materials, internet marketing, dental shows, or offline advertisement. By having a clear understanding of your target audience and what methods are effective for reaching them, you can create an effective marketing strategy that will help you to grow your business. So the simplest and the most logical step is to use your existing customer base, whether it's your patients, or if you're, for example, a dental depot or a distributor, you can reach your current customers and offer them the new product, such as aligner therapy or produced aligners. And by leveraging your existing relationships, you can reach a large and interested audience very quick and very efficient. If you want to expand outside of your customer base, which is also makes sense, you can consider participating in dental shows, for example, which can be quite expensive, but it's a good way to meet potential customers and partners face-to-face, showcase your products, services, and build the brand awareness. And additionally, the dental shows often attract a large numbers of dental professions, and you can provide a great opportunity for networking, learning about the latest industry trends and advancements. However, it is important to consider the cost effectiveness of participating in dental shows and weigh it against other marketing strategies that may be more cost effective and yield better results. So, for example, speaking from our experience, we were participating in IDS 2019, and I can say that the experience was good. It was definitely positive, but it could be quite expensive. So you have to pay for the place, you have to build a stand, there are travel costs, and being an internet marketing person, I'm a marketologist. When I compare that, what could be done with that kind of money in the internet marketing, I tend to think that internet marketing is one of the most cost-effective ways to reach a large audience, making it a popular choice for new businesses and already existing businesses that look to maximize their return of investment. So with a well-planned and executed digital marketing strategy, you can reach a large number of potential customers, both patients and both clinicians, and target them with the relevant messages and offers. This could include the combination of the SEO, the search engine optimization, social media marketing, social media advertisement, email marketing, and other tools. I'm going to talk about all that a little bit later, but right now, let's talk about the offline advertisements, such as local flyers, posters, and local press that can be an effective way to reach your target in the specific geographic area. So this type of advertisement can be especially useful for small businesses, small dental labs, and again, you can promote specific service in the specific area, and it also can be a very effective way to reach your target audience compared to the large-scale advertising campaigns. So do not put it aside, consider it, it could be very effective. Printed materials such as the brochures, posters, or flyers, also a great way to create brand awareness and promote your aligners to the potential customers, because they can be placed in the waiting rooms, dental offices, and distributed among the local events or the businesses. You can do some cross-promotions campaign when you have the flyers from, for example, a fitness studio, and the fitness studio has the flyers of your aligner business as well. So in that sense, you will have the relatively cost-effective channel that also could be pretty effective. Additionally, you can use them for direct mail campaigns or as the part of your overall marketing strategy. Just quickly mentioning that we have a marketing package that can help you to create a comprehensive and effective marketing strategy. Among this package, you can see the brochures that you can see on the slide, with the posters and the brochures for the waiting rooms, already nicely designed with the text, pictures, and everything that you can only just a little bit customize, put your logo, put your corporate colors, and then you have your brochures ready. So you don't have to think about that, which can be very useful when you're starting up your aligner venture. We also have the video for the waiting room that you can put at the offices that you work with, so you can raise the awareness for the aligner therapy itself. And again, you can let me show you how it looks like. Basically, it's a generic video that you can put on mute. There are subtitles, and there is just a process of aligner therapy, how it works, what it provides, you know, stuff like that. So also we have that for you. So not only the treatment planning or the production automation, we can also help you to start your brand with some of the marketing materials. These materials will help you to reach your target audience and promote your aligner service more effectively. So let's talk about increasing patient demand and sales. To increase patient demand and sales, it is important to have a strong B2C, which stands for the business to consumer marketing strategy. Some effective methods for reaching potential patients include optimizing your website for search engines, SEO, social media marketing, SMM, targeted advertisement, and also creating an engagement content for the platforms like YouTube, for example. By utilizing these tactics, you can reach a wider audience and build brand recognition, ultimately leading to increasing patient demands and sales. First of all, let's talk about the SEO, which is essentially a practice of optimizing websites and web content to improve their visibility and ranking in the search engine results, such as Google or Bing. So this is done through the use of various strategies and techniques aimed at improving a relevance and the authority of a website in the eyes of the search engine. So first of all, when we talk about the SEO, we should include keyword researches, content creation, and optimization. So this is three: technical optimization, all sorts of the optimization. I don't want to bother you with the technical details, but basically you need to write articles, create pages, and make sure that the search algorithms see your page and show it to those who are looking for your services. Links also are important, but you don't have to keep that, you don't have to memorize all that. I just want to make sure that you understand that the goal of the SEO is to increase organic, non-paid traffic to our website, which in turn can help to improve visibility, brand awareness, and this traffic, since the organic traffic from the search engines is the best type of traffic, you will get the attention from the people who look for the service and actually ready to make a purchase, ready to make an appointment. And just a few examples from my experience as the marketing specialist, when we were helping one of the brands to start, we were not only creating the pages for such words as aligners or the bite corrections, but we were trying to get a little bit more deeper, describing all the indications, such as, for example, diastema, again, all sorts of the bite disorders and everything. But also, one of the tips that we were doing, one of the tactics that we were implementing, we were creating the pages for the clinics that work with us and have our aligner system. So the people who were looking for these clinics to make an appointment, for example, because not everybody remembers the contact information or how to drive there, they were looking for the clinic without even thinking about the aligners. And we were trying to put our page about this clinic on our website as high as possible on the first page of the Google. And those people were visiting this website, and they were learning about the aligners, and that in turn resulted in the people coming to their clinics and asking their clinician, their doctors, about the aligners and about our aligners in particular. So this is just one example of how to think out of the box. And I can tell that this kind of thinking really helps to increase the patient demand and therefore sales. Quickly talking about the SMM, I'm sorry. It stands for the social media marketing, and it was promotion of a product or a brand through the social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, for example, and the other social media. So the main goal of such activity is to increase brand awareness and drive traffic to the channel or to the website. And this can be achieved through various methods such as creating engaging content, paid advertisements, influencer marketing, and more. But essentially, SMM is the effective way to reach a large and diverse audience, as the social platforms, they have billions of active users. And let me just quickly show you the example of the post that we did in our own Instagram channel. Since we do not advertise for the B2C kind of crowd, we only do the B2B. We only try to work with the dental professionals. Our content is more professional. So this post example, for example, it talks about the attachments that we are using in our system, like what kind of attachments do we have, what do they do, what kind of movements they do, whether it's the rotation or protrusion or retrusion. Basically, this kind of content is met very well by the dental professionals because this is an interesting content. So let's go a little bit back. So by targeting specific demographics and interests, you can tailor your message and reach their target audience more efficiently. And you can do that using the targeted ads. So basically, this is how it works. You create the content, which is supposed to be original, engaging, useful. And then you have your followers that will see this content, right? But if you want to expand your follower base, it makes sense not only to simply post it on the social media, but every post you post, actually, it makes sense to boost a little bit with the little kind of money. You don't have to spend a lot, but you can spend 20 euro per post, but show it not only to your followers, but also to the people of different interests to make sure that this message is correlated to their interests. Again, quick example from my experience. When we were trying about the targeted ad / SMM campaign, we came up with the idea to show, to create the content for professional sports people, for boxers, for example, because when you actually do some fighting, you cannot wear braces, so it can really damage your lips, and every time like you get a hit on the face, it could hurt you, So compared with the aligners that you can simply take off and put the sports, the kappa, like protective kappa that you can use on the ring. This kind of message shows you how you do your targeted campaign and hit it in the right, like when it's supposed to hit, So you approach the boxers and you say, here's how our product can make your life better, So, and this is how you create the demand. So if search engine optimization and Google Ads, for example, is answering the demand, this kind of the SMM and the targeted ads, it tries to create this demand. So not only you try to sell for those who are looking, but you also try to educate the market and offer them your aligners in the connection of the problems that you can solve with them. And by the way, this is not only about the B2C, it also same goes for the dentists, orthos, dental labs. You need to understand what kind of problem you can solve and try to come up with the right message. So this is about the targeted ads. So keep in mind that you can have specific demographics, interests, behavior, and other characteristics. So this type of advertisement allows businesses to reach potential customers who are most likely to be interested in their products or services. Last but not least, YouTube channel or any other video hosting. Here is everything about the content. So when creating a content for YouTube, you also need to refer the creation distribution of the videos to the specific interests. It could be an effective way of increasing patient demand and sales for clear aligners by educating potential customers about the benefits and of the treatment and showcasing the real life results. You can include the product demonstrations, patient testimonials, doctors' testimonials, treatment overviews. We try to generate more clinical content. We do a lot of webinars, for example. And as I said, we are more B2B company, and we try to make a professional content, like this webinar, for example. And depending on the audience that you try to reach, you can choose between the patient testimonials or, clinical case studies, for example. The videos themselves, they can be optimized by search engines, and you also can promote them through the targeted ads and social media marketing. So every time you post something on YouTube, you post it everywhere. And by creating engaging and informative content, you can help to increase the patient demand, drive more sales for your clear aligner business. And again, not only for patients, but also for the doctors and any kind of professionals that you work with. Let's talk about the mobile apps that we have. At Exceed, we have our own mobile apps, both for the patients and doctors, which can be branded with the customer's private label. Like everything we do, we can brand it according to your needs. These apps allow for easy and convenient communication and collaboration between the doctor and the patient, and between the doctor and your brand, and Exceed as well as the treatment planner. Again, you can use it as the mobile version of customer portal, and also you can use to improve the patient engagement by letting them taking the pictures and upload them to the app to make sure that the treatment process goes according to plan. And our goal is to, with the more data we have, the more pictures we have, the more information we have for our artificial intelligence. And at the end, we're going to have the Exceed analog of the dental monitoring, but implemented in the overall treatment process. So submission of the case, treatment planning, production, and then chairside work, such as IPR, attachments, and everything. And then control visits is the last, and final step of the process of the treatment care, patient treatment. This is how it looks on the different mobile devices. I also wanted to mention that there is a separate webinar on the marketing tips that I did not so long ago, maybe a year ago. More about the B2C marketing, everything that I briefly discussed here. I'm discussing it more thorough, and you can also have some insights there for sure. At the end, I want to show the Exceed treatment plan. As you can see, you can play it from different angles. You can see from different steps. You can see the IPR that you need to make. You can take a look at the table of movements. And at the end, I just wanted to thank you for watching this webinar. If you have more questions, you can book a remote call with me. You can have a demo. Here's the link. I will also put it in the description. The link to the demo booking will be in the email that I'm going to send you all with the record of this webinar. And if you have any more questions, here is my email, my number, here's our website. I will be happy to help you, and thank you very much for joining me today on this Sunday. I wish you all the best. Let's stay in touch. Have a good day.